This is History Illuminated, lighting up the past and taking you where it happened. Right now, right behind me, what you see is Fort Matanzas. It was built in the 1740s, but its history goes back way more than that. All right, so John Ribault sailed from France in May of 1565 with more than 600 soldiers, and they were heading to basically what is modern-day Jacksonville. There was already a fort system there. They called it Fort Caroline, and so they were going to resupply it. But the Spanish had found out about it. So General Pedro Menendez de Aviles, who was called an adelantado, was basically charged with removing the French from the whole entire Florida area. He sailed in May, arriving here in the St. Johns River in August with about 800 people right after Ribault. He landed somewhere, a village called Seloy. We're going to go to that in a little bit, but they came ashore on September 8th, and Jean Ribault sailed on September 10th to attack and wipe out the Spanish, but he was hit by a hurricane or a tropical storm, something really hard that wrecked him on this shore that you're seeing right now. And they stayed there while the Spanish marched all the way from where we're at, all the way up to what is now Jacksonville. And at Jacksonville, they took over the fort, they killed the few men that were left, they took the women and children. Ribault left to get to safety, kind of cowardly, I guess, but I guess somebody's got to, keep it going. And then the Spanish came back down. When they came back down, the Timucuan Indians who lived here told them that there was a group of white men on the beach a few miles south of their St. Augustine settlement. He marched down here with 70 soldiers at an inlet. This is the inlet, and it was blocked, from the shipwreck, and there was 127 of the shipwrecked Frenchmen who were stuck there. Menendez demanded that they give up their Protestant faith and accept Catholicism. They refused. The Frenchmen were killed. Only 16 were spared. All that happened right here in this area where the fort is. They built a fort there later on in the 1740s because the Spanish kept getting attacked by the English. And the English would come through this channel that's right here, and they would come through the back door of the city because the Castillo de San Marcos blocks the main harbor entrance. But this is kind of like the river up the back. So they built that here, and after they built it, there wasn't a single attack that was successful ever again. So it actually serves a good purpose. Now, it was a really lone outpost. You could imagine being a soldier that's stuck here, nothing to do, bored off your ass, but it's a really cool place, and as you can see, there's barely anybody there. Now, that partly is due to the fact that the ferry system that brings you over there, that's not working because of the hurricane. But it's a really cool place. If you ever get a chance to come here, it's right off of A1A.